Quiet thing. La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. That's Daisy Egan. And we're here with two guests, and they're already goofing around. I know.
You know what? This is ridiculous. I can't work like this.
I know. Look what it's an insanity in the studio.
I cannot work like this.
God, it's crazy. I'm just so happy to be here.
We're so excited to have Liza Minnelli here in the studio.
Gosh, you know, I just turned 180 the other day, and I said, God, my new hip feels just as good as my second old one. And I said, you know, if I had a slinky in my shoulder, I could do razzle dazzle moves.
Hey, Liza, could you tell us a little bit about your jewelry?
But it was funny, you know. It was all stolen. Elsa Peretti. Oh my God, Mama is on the wall here in the studio. God, the Wizard of Oz and a Star is Born. My father, Papa, didn't do either of those.
My Liza is so asleep today.
Liza Minnelli in the studio.
Good.
She's on some pills today.
It
It's all
sounded
right.
like when she did Rosie's show last week.
Was she on Rosie last week?
Yeah.
She was, and she changes her stories now, and she admits it. She says, you know,
I come from this new philosophy.
She's like Mike Daisy.
yes,
I'm from philosophy that you could, if you didn't like your history, just make a new one.
Rewrite it.
Just rewrite it.
it's like what? No, that's called lying.
Lying.
We're pretty lucky to have Liza in the studio.
I know, it's
Yeah,
incredible.
it's an honor.
See what happens when
honestly.
you bring me on as co-host?
I know.
I get Liza Minnelli.
The magic just begins.
Incredible. Liza Minnelli and Ryan O'Connor in the studio. Now
pleasure.
we have
Both
Scott.
have been on OWN.
Both have been on OWN.
Oh yes, Scott, Ryan, tell us a little bit about what happened when you were on OWN.
Well, it was quick.
That's
I
not
watched
true.
some of it. It was fun.
He was
It was
great.
fun.
I was
it
totes rooting for you.
It was an amazing experience.
What was the show?
I was on Your Own Show, Oprah's
Get
Search
it?
for the Next TV Star. It was a really short title. They really kept it brief.
We look for people to host
Right.
a show, on.
Had Martha Stewart's Apprentice succeeded, they would have called it Oprah Winfrey's Apprentice because that's what it was. The show it was Mark Burnett and Oprah Winfrey together, and we 10 of us were chosen out of like 19,000 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
compete.
I thought
It
you
was
were the
cool.
most charismatic.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I'm a little bit biased.
A little bit. But it was, it was an amazing experience. Like, looking back, I didn't win, and it wasn't the highest rating show of all time, and it wasn't like it launched my career, but it was an amazing experience, and I got to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show in the final season.
And look where it got you. Look
You
where you
know?
are.
Look, and here I am. Here we all are.
We are at the middle of the
when I
Precipice.
got to the top, I took you all with me.
You did.
Yes.
You did. And we appreciate it.
And then threw us over the cliff.
And then fell on top of you.
Scott, tell us a little bit about what you've got going on these days.
You know, I'm still doing the TV show, The Smoking Gun Presents, this insane TV show that
Whenever
people
you talk about it, I want to like make back. I want to be like, ow.
do it. You
Smoking
should.
gun. Let's smoke.
Smoking gun.
That's
It's
on
crazy.
True TV, isn't it?
It is. It's me and Danny Bonaducci, Leif Garrett, Todd Bridges, Tanya Harding,
Yeah.
Judy Gold, Lonnie Love, Brad Lokley. It's this amazing group of insane people and me. But it's kind of nice to be.
Because you're not insane.
No, there's only about
Insanity.
5 of us. There's only about 5 of us with careers going up
Yes.
and not wearing government-issued ankle bracelets. So it's actually
Yikes.
exciting. Tanya's amazing. You know, the doors open to the studio, and all you see walking towards you are the claw bangs from 1987. It's so great. You just automatically you're saying hello and covering your kneecaps at the same
My
time.
favorite Tanya Harding
mean-
moment was when she started her skate and then
shoelaces.
stopped and was crying to the judges that her shoelaces weren't tied
The
properly.
shoelaces.
I know.
It was so
My
symbolic of what
shoelaces.
was happening to the whole country at the time.
Do you
And to
remember the
her.
made-for-TV miniseries?
Yes.
There were a
Yes.
few of them. I had them all on VHS.
Of course you do.
And I told her that, and I think she kind of got scared.
Well, it's an interesting thing to be famous for something so like. I mean,
Awful.
obviously, she was famous as a sports figure before, but
But she wouldn't have been as famous
no,
if she hadn't.
which certainly wouldn't be on Smoking Gun now.
No.
Yeah.
You know, like she wouldn't have anything. to
Wait a
grasp
minute.
onto.
That's what I have to do. I've got to club somebody in the knee with an ice skate.
Daisy,
And my career
we've all
will-
known that was inevitable.
Yeah.
That's all it
don't we
really
all just-
takes.
We all just hope we won't be the one Daisy tries to take
Well,
out.
Yeah.
Steer clear.
Hey, I got to be in the studio with her every Saturday. I never know what she's going to
Just
do.
saying.
You guys can avoid her. I
It's
can't.
true.
Yeah, no,
That's
we
true.
can't either.
No, she shows up.
And
Brett, how are we
unbelievable.
for time?
Oh, I don't know. We got 6 minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to talk about Musical Mondays? Tell us
Sure.
all about Musical Mondays.
Musical Mondays is our weekly celebration of all things musical theater in Los Angeles. It is a video bar. 11 Nightclub is a video bar, and from 6 p.m. on, we show Broadway and movie musical clips all night long by our brilliant VJ, Keith Jacobson. And then at 10 p.m., Scott and I come in and co-host the show that we co-produce called Musical Mondays. At this point, it's somewhere technically it's called the Star Spot, but it's all become Musical Mondays. Los Angeles is one thing. And we have live performances by Broadway and musical theater talent from Los Angeles and all around the country. National
TV
tours,
talent.
TV talent, yeah. And we are on April 23rd. We'll be celebrating our 3rd anniversary in West
Wow.
Hollywood.
Nice.
3 years.
I was
you
there
been at
last
Club-
year for your second
That's right.
anniversary.
Have you been at Club 11 the whole time?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Who is your favorite? I mean,
Until we
besides me,
die.
obviously. Who is your favorite guest?
Ooh, I don't think I've ever been asked that. I have a very special place in my heart for Vaughn Smith.
Oh,
God,
God, that man is from another planet with
Vaughn-
that voice.
I have a story.
Yeah.
So I was out of town, which is very common. It's weird with Musical Mondays. If you get there and both Ryan and I are there, it's like one of those days on
It's
The
like an
View.
eclipse.
No, it's like on The View where Barbara's there
an
and
eclipse.
Joy and everybody else. So Ryan and I was on the road, and I get an email like very, very, very early Tuesday morning, late Monday night, and it says Musical Mondays. And I open it up, and it's this very like poetically, beautifully written email, but you can tell it's maybe a slightly older gentleman because of the way it was written. He said, "I must inform you of the travesty that went on stage." And it was all about how Ryan was basically, creaming himself over Vaughn Smith and getting so excited. And
Understandable.
yeah, because Vaughn Smith is brilliant, and he
Amazing.
and Ryan are friends, and that's also kind of the shtick. When Ryan and I love somebody, we really like explode into a ball of glitter over them. And so this guy writes this whole email about, he's like, and the only way I can describe it is with this, and he cut and pasted the definition of obsessed into the email, and then put a picture of Ryan at the bottom of it, and it was the funniest email. And I never sent it to Ron because I didn't know if he'd get the joke, but I did tell him last week.
And then you replied, have you ever seen anybody host anything ever before?
I did actually say, I was like, you do realize that they're good
That's our
friends.
job.
It also was like, yeah, Vaughn's a good friend of mine. And also, it was 2 days after Whitney Houston died, that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, we were-
and Vaughn did a tribute to Whitney that was, really epically amazing.
Yeah.
I wish it was captured. I mean, it was stunning. And it just was, it was transcendent. And it was one of the rare times that something really like lights up that room in that way. That room's hard.
You guys
Daisy,
should
you
you
played
guys
it a
should
lot.
go to YouTube and look up Vaughn Smith. It's just VON Smith, because you will be blown. Your head, the top of your head will be blown apart.
Yes,
Brilliant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions for Ryan O'Connor and Scott Nevins from Musical Mondays,
Also, I want Tyler Barton to call in.
Give us a
I'm
call,
talking to you,
1-800.
Tyler Barton.
800-336-2225. That's 800-336-2225. Let me give the phone number.
Call us, Tyler. Call us.
Well, he just said on Twitter, Daisy seems a little different in reality than on Twitter, and I'd like him to explain that. So I want you to call in and explain that.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, call in.
You didn't expect me to be so stunningly gorgeous.
On the
probably
I
it.
radio.
understand.
We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Daisy on CRN Digital Talk.